Hey guys, how's it going? This is Rick from Lifted Off-Road. Nice to see you again. Today I am welding for the first time. Almost the first time. I've already done a couple practice beads, and so that was my first time actually. But the point of it is I need to make some, I need to weld on some nuts to a couple tabs so I can put them in the frame rails of the Jeep so I can install my front bumper. So the original nuts broke off the frame, so I got to replace those. So that's the project. I've got a couple tabs with some nuts that I need to weld, which reminds me I need to get the nuts. Well, actually, crap, I just remembered I'm not completely prepared to actually start yet. Oh, sorry about the lighting. But let's see. So I got a couple nuts up here. You can see that. Got a couple nuts. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my little grinder out and grind off, or at least sand off, kind of the coating that's on these grade 8 nuts. And I'm gonna grind off a little bit more of the coating that's on the tabs that I've got. I haven't quite cleaned them off quite enough yet. So let me show you what I've got so far for being my first time. I'm kind of proud of myself. Let me flip this around. So there you go. A couple practice beads. And let's see, I was doing a couple practice beads there, messing with the different settings of my welder. And in case you're wondering, it's a Hobart Handler 125 EZ. This is a flux core wire feed welder. No gas, just wire feed. So yeah, this is my couple practice beads that I got. Trying to get the light better for you. And I don't know, for being my first time, I think I'm doing okay. Just messing with the settings. Here's the difference. I've got my lowest setting and my highest setting. And right now I'm thinking the highest setting is what I'm going to go for with that. Right, this is 10 gauge steel, about 1/8 of an inch thick. You can see the warping that's already occurred. This used to be straight. You can see how much it's warped already from the heat. Something to be wary of while you're welding. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with my progress. And there's a couple more little practice beads that I did messing around with and without the helmet. There's a couple of them there. I just turned my head just to see if the welder was working, just to make sure it would work alright. I turned my head and hit the button and let it go. And these, I was wearing the helmet, messing with the settings. The auto darkening helmet is my biggest issue right now, trying to get the settings adjusted so that I can see what I'm doing and also see the surface I'm welding on. Because right here you can see I lost track of where the edge was that I was welding on. I ended up going off the corner because I couldn't see it. So with these I was getting a little bit better with the settings on the helmet and the welding settings itself. So let me go over here. Like I said, this is 10 gauge steel, about 1/8 of an inch thick. The welder itself has 4 settings. Trying to do this. Let's see, let's zoom in a little bit. Alright, that's not too bad. Will it focus? It's getting there. You can see you got 16 and 18 gauge right there. Then you got 16 and 12, 12 and 10, and 10 and 3/16. The 10 gauge 3/16 is what I'll probably be using for welding the nuts onto the tabs, because that seems to get the best penetration. Now, like I said, this is my first time welding, so I don't remember all the details and specs of everything, but I'm getting there. If you really want to learn about welding, I'd check out a guy named Chuck E 2009. He's a dude that does a lot of welding in his little shop. He's got some awesome videos about welding, and he's pretty good at it. So if you want to actually learn more about welding itself, go check him out on YouTube. That's Chuck E 2009, and Chuck, the letter E, in 2009. He's pretty good. He makes some cool stuff. He does a lot of projects in his shop, and he's a pretty good welder. He's got a whole bunch of videos about MIG welding, TIG welding, wire welding, plasma cutting too. So go check him out if you want to watch some good welding stuff. As for now, I think I'll cut this off now, and while I go, where am I at? I can't, okay, well, there's my tabs. There's the tabs that I gotta weld the nuts onto and stick on the frame well. I'm gonna clean those off a little bit more. I'm gonna clean off the edges of the nuts, and I will get back on camera and we shall begin. Until then, I'll be right back.